Uh, Good morning, everyone. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday. So, I would like to address three questions, which I feel, if I do it on a mass scale, would benefit everyone. And in my attempts to uh, get this to you, I think I'll answer it once for all. The good questions came in, and the questioners were quite actually, they're quite bogged up with these questions. So I'm trying my best that everybody benefits out of this. So the first question is that if I do not analyze things in my life or feel or worry about them, then my life is going to fall apart. Now this is a very common understanding, and most of the people are victimized by this. Now let's understand the futility of thinking, because thinking is an important tool to keep things in structure, present things in structure, to organize your thoughts and come up with a presentation in all areas of your life. Now the point is, even if I have to put this video to you, I have to put some thoughts into structure and then free flow with them, in my articulation. But then if you're hijacked with thinking or paralyzed with thinking, you probably land up into a spider web, into narratives, into kind of all kinds of self talk that keeps on happening, or the chatter that keeps on going, and you think that's actually is the reality of life, and there where the hypnosis starts. Now if that is happening, which most of the people do go through this at a given point of time, even I had this same problem, then what happens in this case is that you are not able to get out of this web, and the more intense you get into it, it becomes more stronger in you. So things like creativity, things like self-awareness takes a toll on from here. Understand the fact that thinking is an addiction. It is a tool for creation, it is a tool for problem solving, but it's not the tool for being hypnotized or being subdued with it. Whatever chatter that happens, you don't identify with it, and there you get more self-aware, and a point of time will come, this thinking will be there, but you'll not be impacted. So you are complete within yourself. You don't need your thoughts to complete you, and thoughts is just a process in you. Another question which was aligned with this was, what about the emotions that they come along with thinking? Now emotions needs to be released, not only released but also be disengaged from yourself. So you can release emotion because it's an energy field, through a physical movement, but then release will not help, because it will take another form of another thought. Now if you really want to get out of this, you have to disengage the emotion with you, right? And that can only happen when you understand it's only energy form and not you. Because if you think you feel bad, if you think you get thoughts, if you think you get kinds of feelings, then you again fall in the same trap. You're not getting thoughts, you're not getting emotions. They are the process which are taking a peak and then subsiding by itself. Even if you don't pay any attention to it, the mechanism will take a peak and subside by itself. The problem comes is that the human nature gets entangled into it. And once you get entangled into it, you will have thoughts like, I can be without this person, I can't be without this job. What happens if this will happen? It may not happen at all. Because most of the people I know in the COVID times, neither they had COVID, neither their loved ones have COVID, but most of them had this fear and anxiety, and because of that, they became diabetic and hypertensive. Now, this is a common thing to get with, and if you get this because your mind does not understand, the psychosomatic feature does not understand, is it a real elephant or it's a hypothetical elements of your thoughts and emotion? Your body will behave in the same way. You have anxiety attacks, you have panic attacks, shortness of breath, tightness of chest, lack of breath. This is just because your psychosomatic system perceives it as a threat. Thoughts and process are just it's a process in you. It's a psychosomatic process. You don't have to get entangled with it, and it's nothing to do with reality, which I've talked about, that intuitions are different and thoughts are different, and all thoughts will have emotions. The third question was where people think that if they are in their corporate situations, when they're presented to high profile people, director, vice presidents, or the CEOs of the company, or they've given a stressed assignment which needs to be spoken at a larger spectrum of crowd, or probably has a very heavy toll of profit and loss preposition, they feel highly nervous and can't improve their self when it comes to performance. Till the time you identify with the form, you will have nervousness. Now, when you go deep inside yourself, you don't identify with that form. So for me, a janitor or a CEO, it comes to be same in terms of my behavior. Till the time you're identifying in the form, then you have something very special and something which has no value in life. Then you will categorize days that this hour and this moment or this day is very special event in my life. For example, your marriage or birthday or your children's birthday, or I don't know, everybody have their own choices of importance. But then once you get deep down into your life, 365 days is the same. Monday to Sunday is the same. It has the same routine of your life. It has the same level of your interaction with it. So it doesn't really matter. You are performing in front of an event of people. You are delivering a project which is into multi-billion dollars. Your performance is not bounded by this curiosity of high event, low event, important people, not important people. I've seen people shaking with nervousness when they go and meet high profile people. This is because you're identifying with every thought, you're identifying with every emotion, you're identifying with the form which is this mind body. When you get deep into it, you are the pure consciousness which is in the flow, and the flow is every time. The nature has its flow, it's every time. Only when you obstruct it with this mind form, you land up into such kind of differences. So in real terms, there is nothing to be above and nothing to be below. There's nothing to be important or nothing to be less important. And from here, if you ground it into this level of identification, which is the consciousness, you can give your 100% best performance no matter where you are performing. The question of nervousness only will not arrive. If you identify with form, you have rewards, you have punishment. You have an outcome which is a success or a failure. This is because you're identifying with the form. If you're not identifying the form, these things do not exist. It's just mere a play of your performance which is enjoyable. Because you're not trying to prove yourself to somebody. You are just playing with the performance because you like to do so. Now, if you enjoy composing music, you just enjoy composing music. If you're bothered about how much copies are going to be sold, you will lose the tack with that likeliness or that enjoyment, the flair, which is nature that's coming into it. So keep this, that there is no identification with form. If that is so, then these things starts creeping up. If that's not there, every moment of your life you're complete. In present moment, which is the pure consciousness, you are always complete. There is nothing that lacks, and there is nothing where you have to go and prove yourself to prove yes. And another thing I want to point out, people would like to prove themselves. I don't know why. If somebody knows you very well, you don't have to make that attempt. He knows you anyway. And if somebody wants you to prove it, even if no matter how much you try, he will not probably so-called have faith in you. So don't waste your energy in proving yourself and proving things and proving your competence, proving whatever. Just enjoy the nature. I mean, the snow doesn't need any effort to fall. The rain doesn't need any effort to fall. Sunshine doesn't need any effort to fall. It's same throughout. So if you're connected to the pure consciousness, your surroundings, your things, people whom you are putting your life and living your life, these things do not impact. This do not impact, because there is no reason for you to become nervous or probably competitive in terms of proving yourself. You just do what you feel like and you do your best. It's like a bird who sings a song and leave it. He's not bothered who's listening to it or not. So the point is, stop your identification with the form, and the real you is the pure consciousness. And once you get that in the depth and the understanding of your being, then these things will just subside. You don't wait for someone, you don't wait for the moment, wait for the person, or wait for a job, or wait something to happen, because this wait is an identification of the form. And for some people, their entire life becomes waiting room, because they're waiting for the next best event or the next best person to come in their life. it's going to drive you crazy. So just be yourself, because you are the free-flowing consciousness, and the nature is operating you even in this very moment if you allow it to operate. And that's all about it. Okay, enjoy your Sunday. And this video is almost 10 minutes long. I don't want to take it further. I'll be in touch with you. Keep on writing. Thank you so much, and all the very best. Enjoy this Sunday, and let me know how you feel about this video. If you need something else, do write into me, and just follow your flair. Thank you.